live now. Calipt versus Spartie on T7. Presuming this is Spartie's map pick.
I would believe so.
We'll get the red spawn. Calipt is going to get Mega, Spartie, and Calipt again. Neither player are delaying the first items, both electing to get them straight away. Spartie walking around that pillar, hitting that nice first rail, so we're going to watch Spartie to start this off. Going to try to rush in towards Calipt, and he's able to take that red as well. So Spartie with a nice job here in the beginning. Him playing in this position is going to allow him to basically do as much damage as he can, and then run back towards Mega when he's done. So he was able to hit 2 nice rockets. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get anything else, and he misses the rail. He's actually took so much time that red was going to spawn, so he was able to pick up red again after the first one, and he's able to pick up this Mega here. He's actually going to be delaying the Mega time by about 5 to 10 seconds, and Calipt does not know the timing. So Calipt may actually have an issue here on this next Mega. So it looks like Spartie will get this next red cleanly, and we'll see if there happens to be a problem here going to the next Mega.
Yeah, so, you know, Spartie was perfectly happy and content with keeping Calipt in one side of the map, maybe the weaker side of the map. He didn't even bother to go for the Mega, even though it was up for a while there. So now he has timing on both red and Mega. Calipt does not have the stack to challenge for this Mega, and Spartie has a stack to do whatever the hell he wants to do. He's got basically a full stack, and yeah, meeting in that little corridor there is going to spell certain doom for Calipt, as he's really on the back foot now. I'm not sure what he's trying to do throwing out those spam rockets. He's sort of just giving his position away, and that's going to be another frag for Spartie going into the second minute of T7.
So Spartie with these frags not giving up a lot of health and armor either, so he's winning these rather cleanly. He's already doing a lot more damage as Calipt there. Again, able to basically take away nearly 275 health from that fight after it is over. So Calipt is going to have to do more damage here on these frags if he is going to take these deaths. He can't keep letting Spartie take these frags just like that so cleanly without doing enough damage, otherwise he will never be able to get back where he needs to. Spartie again able to do a lot of damage. Calipt finally able to take off all the armor from Spartie, knocking him down to 64 health. 0 armor. Spartie is going to be able to take this Mega and this lower yellow. This might be time here for Calipt to finally be able to take a red if he does this in time, and it looks like he will. Catches Spartie coming around the other end, but Spartie with 3 nice rockets, bouncing Calipt off those walls. Calipt does hit 1 rail, but he has to hit 1 more. Ooh, and Spartie cashes him with those rockets, and another rocket raining down on Calipt. Going to give him a 6-0 lead. Calipt with a pretty good spawn, able to spawn right at his railgun. Going to do some nice damage here towards Spartie. But Spartie is going to have the time to pick up this Mega. Calipt with no health here is surely going to take a death, it seems. Calipt having to wait around. Ooh, Spartie with a pixel-perfect rail onto Calipt, not letting Calipt get anything right now. While Spartie just basically takes the entire map.
Yeah, Calipt, I don't think his timing, he's really had solid timing on red or Mega for much of the map. There have been points where he really put himself in disadvantageous positions when it really wasn't necessary. And even when he is in the advantageous position, he's not necessarily able to really make anything of it. So nothing's really going his way so far on Furious Heights. Just 4.5 minutes left. He's got to make up 7 frags, and he's hurting. He's hurting. He has very little health, so he has to make it. I believe that 50 health bubble has already been taken. Spartie's going to be able to...
Spartie actually just did some self-damage there to take that 50 away.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, very little options left for Calipt. He's going to be able to steal away this red, but with that little help, Spartie could easily go in for a frag. It's not even really worth his time. He's just going to continue to stack up and keep away the health and armor from Calipt. It would be nice for Spartie to find Calipt right now, as no health or armor is spawning anytime soon. But he's just going to play the silent game and wait for Calipt to come to him.
I mean, Spartie did his job. He did everything he needed to do. He put himself in the position to be in the lead 7-0. He's hitting those peak rails onto Calipt as he gets those items. So Spartie's doing the damage that he needs to do to play defensive, to basically keep Calipt off of him at all times. So Calipt with the larger stack here, this is the time that Calipt is going to have to try to make something happen, and he has to do it now. Spartie with a nice defensive rocket there, took Calipt off of his area. Spartie able to pick up that red. Calipt with not a lot of health left. If Spartie gets his frag, it's pretty much going to be over, and he does make it an 8-0 with 4 minutes remaining in this match. It looks like Spartie is going to take this map rather easily away from Calipt, though. Calipt with a lot of plasma damage on the Spartie. Spartie's still able to take the frag, though, and pick up the red, and should have even enough time to go all the way towards Mega.
Yeah, I hate to point this out on the stream, but Calipt is rocking an 8% rail gun. If he was even hitting half of the rails that he just missed in that last battle, it really would have been a different position. Spartie would not have been able to go so aggressive, and that there wouldn't have been so many frags on Spartie's end. Calipt's rail is not doing so hot right now, and you're really seeing the results of that in this really aim and rail heavy map, I would say, Furious Heights. So Calipt has got to find some other ways like that, like really kind of luck, guessed, thrown out rockets. He's got to find a miracle to make it back into this match, because Spartie has the oh well, actually all of a sudden Calipt does have some time to make a move here, but no, that rail is gonna once again negate his stack. So I mean, and that's really gonna compound it.
If you don't hit rails on this map, it just makes it so much harder for you. You can hit such good rails through the corners on basically peeking to red, peeking to mega, from each of the different angles, where if you hit those rails, you put yourself in such a good position to be able to take those next items. But if you miss those rails, usually that's 1 or 2 seconds off the clock that you had to wait to charge that rail, which won't let you get to that next item. So hitting your rails can basically make the map for you, and not hitting them, well, you can see what happened to Calipt now with an 8% rail. Down 10-0 with 2 minutes to go. Not coming back in this map at all.
Indeed. I think Wheat and others have said this before, but Gunrun, you know, I would not be sad at all if the Quake community took an example from the StarCraft 2 community, and when games are really just so far out of reach, I would be okay with Calipt GGing right here and you know, taking the loss, moving on to the next map. This is what you call garbage time. Not that it's, you know, a pain to watch or horrible or anything, but it's a tradition that I think makes sense in Quake and could be applied to a lot of esports.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've had this discussion a few times on Live on 3. We've also had this discussion a few times on the air for different tournaments. I'm kind of against it, because I feel in any games that have a time limit, such as Quake, the best comparison that I can make is to a game of, like, you know, soccer, football, hockey, basketball, where you all have to play the entire game. It doesn't matter if you're getting beaten down by 150 points. you have to play the whole game. It's your responsibility to make it so that you don't get beaten down 150. It's not the responsibility of the other player to let up on you because you are not playing to your ability. So, while obviously the match is over, and it could save a lot of time by not playing it, then you get into situations like we had at QuakeCon where Cooler, you know, GG's 4 minutes into Battleforged, where the match is probably over, but, you know, you can't do that. You got to play the full thing.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
you have to draw the line somewhere.
I don't know.
I don't think.
Even if you're down 25-0, and it's 5 minutes in, it's your own fault that you got down 25-0. It's not the other player's responsibility.